Another vital point that we need to look at now as regard to what we'll do in order to succeed this year is what I call unnecessary devourers. Avoiding unnecessary devourers. Permit me to talk from two perspectives at this very point in time. Number one, as it has to do with the government approach to taxation as well as citizens' response to it. If you are not very careful in managing the things that are being done today aright and responding aright, you may end up falling victim of what you shouldn't be a victim of. If you look at the book of Romans chapter 13 and verses number 1 to 3, it says, "Be a good citizen. All governments are under God. Insofar as there is peace and order, it is God's order. So live responsibly as a citizen. If you are irresponsible to the state, then you are irresponsible with God, and God will hold you responsible. Duly constituted authorities are only a threat if you are trying to get by with something. Decent citizens should have nothing to fear. Do you want to be on good terms with the government? Be a responsible citizen and you get on just fine." I just read Romans chapter number 13 verses 1 to 3 in Message Bible. I want to say that we can avoid unnecessary devourers this year by complying to the requirements of the government. For some of us who are with us here in Nigeria, you can attest to this fact that it seems that the government of the day has become a thorn on the flesh of the citizen, considering the high tax rate and requirements of the government from her citizens. But I have come to know that the more you trust God for miraculous supply, God will be faithful enough to do that, especially when you are doing it in obedience to the scriptures. I want to specifically say this as regard to transporters in Nigeria today. The type of requirements from the government, from the commercial bus drivers as well as cyclists is quite terrible. But I want to advise you, in order to avoid unnecessary devourers. Devourers are those things that eat up our resources unnecessarily. Do well to comply with their requirements. It is better to pay to the government than to pay to this task force people. Number one, if you are caught by the task force people, they will delay your day, they will rubbish your day, and they will charge you 10 times what government has demanded of you. I had an encounter with them in a past year, especially 2025, where I was forced to pay 40,000 naira just because I didn't do what government required by what they called capitation rate and what is the other one. It's just 3 things they mentioned, which I don't even know. I fell victim that day because I was ignorant of that. As I always say, that ignorant is not even an excuse to the consequences of ignorance. And they insisted that I must give them 40,000, from 45,000 to 40,000. And worst of it is that they collected it from me, not inside the office, but on the way to the office, so that they divided the money among themselves there. When you come across this video, don't ever try to come around for me to prove, because it is just normal thing that is being done. I am not even talking to the side of government. I'm talking to the side of the citizens. Talking on the side of the citizens. So that instead of wasting such money, do what government requires to. That's why the first thing I will do this year is to get everything that government requires of me in order before I move on the road. By doing this, you can avoid unnecessary devourers. I've discovered that these people called task force, they are unnecessary devourers. They devour your hard-earned currency, hard-earned money, just extort it from you unnecessarily. Then for the transporters as well as road users, be careful to abide by the rules of the usage of road. You know, in Nigeria, top government officials doesn't obey the road rules. It's not a new thing. It originated from the Europeans who put us in this mess we are seeing today, where the leaders see themselves as almighty and the led are at their mercies. Don't join those people at the top to violate the rule on the road, or the rules of the road usage. Keep to them and avoid unnecessary devouring of your hard-earned money. Sometimes while parking, be careful to park where you should park. Ask questions when you want to park. The people that are there, ask them, can somebody park here? So that you won't fall victim of spending your hard-earned money unnecessarily. I am saying all these things to tell you that no matter how wonderful prophetic utterances are made upon your head at the beginning of the year, you need to be calculative and be wise enough in order for you to make it within the year. Because there are some loopholes that may be created around you, and you keep on, wasting money, your hard-earned money. Any money given to task force people is a wasted money, because they extort it from you only for them to go and spend it recklessly. The other day I was at a certain local government, and the other man is the one of the task force is saying, and I see a shoe that is sold at 22,000. If work there, I go just go collect that shoe. Imagine a task force person wanting to wear a shoe that cost up to 22,000. Some of us who are doing business and doing many things, having source of income, we never dreamt of such. But they will have such useless dream, and the only people that they will extort the money from is the people that fall victim of either road violation or not meeting up to government's requirement. I want to conclude this video by saying, make inquiries immediately the year begins. You can go to police station or road safety office, ask them what are the requirements of the car for me to be fit and free on the road. Do those things and come out. For the commercial drivers, do well to abide by the laws that guides the road, so that you will not fall victim of unnecessary devourer this year. Thank you for watching till this time. I remain Pastor Elisha, the reformer with a difference and a rising voice in Africa.